Hello folks, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and welcome to my tribute to Groundhog Day. Yes, it's a short video about a support who are forced to watch the same match over and over and over again. In the film at least there's a happy ending, hopefully there's one coming for Rangers, but on current form it doesn't appear that way. St Johnstone 2, Rangers 2. Rangers chucking away another 2 points, making 7 since the winter break from a winning position at Perth today, and really only got ourselves to blame, shot ourselves in the foot with a horrendous defensive display today. Really poor. Niko Katic selling 2 goals really, but not alone. His partner Connor Goldson wasn't too clever either, and that proved too much for Rangers to overcome. Admittedly, we made it hard for ourselves by just going to try to overcome it with one 45-minute performance, as we've done so often this season. A really slow start, giving away a goal after 7 minutes. Niko Katic failing to clear a high ball. We've lost that goal a few times this season, and we find ourselves a goal down. And then the manager had picked the 4-3-3. The guys who are always in were always in, and even though they are really badly out of form at the moment, they continue to play. And I think now that Gerrard does have questions to ask about this utter reliance on this system. If something isn't broken, why fix it? Well, this is broken, so fix it. And that's not been happening. And Rangers today, everybody I know will play Canberra. He's got to play, and the manager didn't, and we didn't really look like scoring goals. We too sluggish, using the ball poorly, not attacking enough, no intent. And if you're going to have 2 centre-backs have the ball as much as ours do, you've got to have people who are better at using the ball than we do. And Katic and Goldson were not good at it, have not been good at it. And then today they actually failed on the main part of their job, which is the defensive side of the game. A goal down then at half-time, and the manager does what he's been doing recently, and it's been working, and it did work. He brought on Florian Canberra, and suddenly Rangers looked a different team. Mostly, it must be said, inspired by Canberra, who was sensational. He scored a beauty, a hooked volley, after just a couple of minutes of the second half, and then he was responsible for the second with a wonderful piece of skill to dummy the St Johnstone player and get away from him on the touchline. A cut back to Joe Aribo, who when he went to left back again impressed, and he got up there for the goal and 2-1, and all Rangers had to do was see it out, but we couldn't. And the goal again that we gave away, first of all, a ball dropping at the sky that Katic and Goldson are standing there. They do a little bit of after you, Claude. It ends up going to a St Johnstone corner, at which Katic goes to try and get it out, fails. It drops straight to Stevie May, and he scores his first goal since Adamant was in the charts. And that was it. And the manager, as I say, will get tons of criticism and deserves it. He made changes when we were 2-1 up that completely ended all our attacking intent, but unfortunately didn't make us any more stable at the back. Why Katic was still on at that point, I've no idea. He'd been horrendous. He should have been taken off. Why Kent is starting, nobody can figure out. He's not playing well. He doesn't deserve to be in the side. And Morelos is not at it at all at the moment. Now, I understand why you're more reticent to drop Alfie because of what he's done in the past and the fact that even when he's not playing well, he can be a handful, but it's not working. The really frustrating thing is that people have said, well, he's a bit like Mark Warburton in this. He's not, because Warburton had no plan B. We do have a plan B. We're just choosing not to use it. And we're going back to the same old thing every time. And it's costing us big. And it will continue to, because at the moment, for whatever reason, this formation isn't cutting it. The system isn't cutting it. The style isn't cutting it. And the guys being picked to play it aren't cutting it. And I'd understand it if there weren't options, but there are. And we're just choosing not to use them. So is that the league done? Yeah. I think let's be honest here. I don't think we've got it in us to win every single game, which we would need to, and I don't see Celtic slipping up that often. So realistically, that's it. And to be honest, the season could be over by this time next week. We've got Braga on Wednesday and Hearts in the Scottish Cup, and the team are going to have to turn it around, and it's all on them now. It's what do they want to do, what do they want to be. They have blown a title challenge, there's no other way to put it. It hasn't been taken away from them, there hasn't been cruel fates or whatever. They have failed to turn up when it mattered. They failed to see out 3 very winnable games, and although we'd still be behind those 7 points if we'd taken them, and we should have, would have had us in a good position. And it's now up to them to show a little bit of mentality. So we'll see. They did on Thursday, and they're still in a tie that they could have been dead and buried in after an hour. But we as supporters, I think, are entitled now to to ask the manager why the same things are continually happening and what he plans to do about it. Because runs like this happening once are one thing. This is the second year in a row. It's now something that happens, and it's on his watch, and he needs to fix it. Right, thank you for listening to me. I will be back on Wednesday after the Braga game. Until then, have a good week. Take care. Bye-bye.